Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to post once a week. For the first few weeks, I'm going to be doing kind of like an introduction of the cars I have, the projects that I have going on. I'm posting this video a little later than the last one, only because this time of year first at work is super crazy busy. I'll be trying to post regularly either Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on how fast I can shoot these videos and how I can how soon I can edit them for you guys. But right now we're on my second project car or vehicle. I'm on my way to wash it so it can be a little bit more presentable for the video, but I'll be doing a full walk around after. I'd post a video of me just washing the car, but I don't know if anybody wants to see that. If you guys don't mind seeing stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. But for now, I'm on my way to the car wash, and I will tune in with you guys for you guys just a sec. So at the car wash, you know, typical for a weekend for it to be super packed, but I get here and I see that thing all over there. Can't really see it all that well in the video, but the super clean, like stanced out Hyundai Genesis coupe with the big wing gang. All right guys, well here it is. It's my second project that's going to be on the channel. It is my 1997 Nissan Pathfinder. So a little bit about the car. I got it not brand new, I'm sorry. I got it from a person who was the second owner of the car. They had it completely bone stock. When I got it, it was not in bad shape, but it wasn't in the best shape possible. Definitely needed a little bit of work. Some of the things I've done to it are, for starters, the wheels. I got bigger wheels. Initially I got these ones actually, but after I lifted the truck, they were a little too small, so I went and got some 33s compared to those 29s. It's a huge difference, and it's better for off-roading. Things I've done to it, well, this car has very little to almost no aftermarket support, so everything I've done is kind of like either custom or how to piece together. In the front, like the lift, I guess you could say, is some KYB struts with some AC 2-inch coil lift, I guess you could call it, or 2-inch lift coil. In the back, I have, for the coils, right there and right there, I have a Land Rover 9447 front coils actually, that just so happen to fit perfectly on these trucks and give you a nice lift. For the shocks, I went with Bilsteins, you know, pretty good quality, not that expensive, and they ride great. Everything else, well, other things I've done to the truck are added a roof basket, the roof rack, added the light bar, did all the wiring myself with one of my friends. This one had to do kind of custom wiring because like the lights are all separate. So I have this light, that light. You come around to the other side, I have that one too, so I can toggle them on and off whenever I'd like. Inside the car, nothing fancy, nothing new, nothing big really. Added a touchscreen head unit, and then those switches right there for the lights. the truck came with those little slots already in there, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pop them off, drill through them, and just put the switch there. One of my favorite, most useful mods are these all-weather floor mats. You can't go wrong with them. I got them for super cheap at Ross, I think it was. They were like 10 bucks. Other things I've done to the truck are these manual locking hubs. If you don't know what those are, what they do is on a 4-wheel drive car, 4x4 car, all axles all CV axles are spinning at the same time. With this, you can lock it or unlock it to your needs. So when you have it locked, all four, like the 2 axles in the front, the CV axles in the front, and the tires in the back all spin at the same time. But when you have it unlocked, what that does is these spin freely. The tires and the axle actually doesn't move. So what that does, because I'm lifted on pretty much to the max I can be lifted, it does that to my CV angle, or the CV angle is a little bit of a concern. So the less movement, the less strain on them, the better. That's why these are probably one of the most useful things I've done to the car as far as supporting mods for the lift. Also great for saving gas. I can't tell you guys the exact miles per gallons I've saved, I guess, but definitely makes a difference. The roof rack makes it worse, so it kind of helps even it out. Other things I've done to the car, it's all been maintenance wise. Like I said, the Pathfinder wasn't in the best shape, but it wasn't in the worst shape. The interior was immaculate, nothing wrong with it, super clean, no tears. Excuse me. As far as the engine goes, it has the, I'll show you guys, it's super dirty, so sorry about that, but it has the 3.3 V6. Super dirty, like I said, covered in mud, dirt, brand new battery. In here I've just done nothing but like regular maintenance works, oil changes, air filters, especially with how these look, because I constantly go off-roading. I go off-roading probably like 2 to 3 times a week. I've done the water pump, did the spark plugs, wires, did the timing belt, or timing belt, the new thermostat, new radiator. Not because it failed on me, but because I was gonna make a 16-hour drive to Montana, and the last thing I wanted was for the car to fail on me. Other than that, it's missing the bumper. I did it on purpose. 2 reasons: I like the look. I'm gonna get 2 bumpers, but in the meantime, I just felt like this looked a lot better. It makes the truck look a little higher than what it is. Because in the back, it has a 3-inch lift. In the front, it's like 2.5, 3 inches, and then like 2.5 to 2-inch lift. So it's not something super like crazy high. Unfortunately, just because it's like at the limit. But it makes a difference. It helps. It's fun to take off-roading. Very underrated truck in my opinion. Added this thing as well. Mine didn't come with it. I went to the junkyard, pulled it off, added it on there for towing one of the other vehicles that's going to be on the channel, which I'm not going to tell you guys about yet. But reason, if it wasn't for that, I guess so I wouldn't have it, just because it helps with the departure angle. I have bottomed out because of this like 2 times already, but it's not like a huge deal. It's just nice to not need to worry about it. It also serves another purpose, I guess, recovery. If you're gonna go off-roading, make sure you have recovery points and recovery gear, which is super important. Not because it's for if you get stuck, it's more of a when you get stuck, because it's kind of inevitable. I'm not saying just go out and get stuck on purpose, but it's a messy trunk, sorry. But I have a few things in the back, first aid kit, my toolbox, my high lift jack, some D-ring shackles, what do you call it, a little compressor for air, the rope, my gas tank, which is currently empty, but I have a place I'm gonna mount it, just haven't done it. And lights. I have a chair for when I do go off-roading. Fix this really quick. So a little chair so you can hang out, because it's not just about driving. So you just want to take a little break on the trail, hang out. sit on that. I used to have a hammock in here, but I can't find it anymore. So, but yeah, I have my toolbox, everything there in case I do get stuck. First aid kit. What else? What else? You guys got to be part of that. You're welcome. I have this thing. I don't really use it, but it's nice to have it there for when you do go places you plan on leaving your car for a while. You can just kind of cover what you have in the back. Don't have to worry about people seeing inside and trying to steal anything. As far as the Pathfinder goes, it's another project car because I'm not done with it. There are still things I do want to do to it. So for example, in the front, I plan to eventually straight axle swap it. So what that means, it'd be pretty much putting one of those giant things in the front instead of having the two little CV axles down there. That way I can have a little bit more lift, or more of a lift, and it's able to flex better, won't break things as easy, but that's way down the line. Eventually I do plan on swapping out the motor when this one does give out. Do I think it's going to give out anytime soon? Well, I hope not, seeing as I just invested a lot of money into the motor. But this thing is old. It has $286,000 miles, and it still drives like a champ. I drove it 16 hours to Montana and back. 16 hours there, 16 hours back. Gave me zero issues. Drove out there absolutely fine. Went wheeling out there, super like nonchalant. Everything was super smooth. Gotta say, this is one of my favorite vehicles to drive in general. I used to daily the Subaru, the one that's on my previous channel, which if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and go look for it on the channel. Same thing, another walk around. But it's one of my favorite cars to drive because it's comfortable, it's fun. You don't have to worry about being so low like the Subaru and like bumping into things, breaking things. Gas, kind of about the same as the Subaru, seeing as the Subi's on E85. This thing is a V6, old V6 at that, so not the best gas saver, but I can fit more people in it, take friends off-roading. You guys can expect some of those videos on the channel as well. Right now I'm currently going up that mountain, as you can see over there, way back there, and all that. I drive all that with my friends, usually one of my friends that has an Isuzu Amigo in 1989. He's going to be on the channel as well, but I'll be posting those videos. I plan on going to more off-roading events, I guess, not just in the the mountain like by my house, but also to farther locations with maybe a bigger group of people, and just going out, having fun, posting those for you guys. You get to see a little bit of California through my videos. If you're not from California, you're gonna be able to see kind of like what we do or what we have to do here, I guess. Obviously it's not what all Californians do, but it's what I enjoy to do. But yeah, other than that, this is my 97 Nissan Pathfinder. Not anything like super fancy or like, wow, he's got so much like things done into it. But like I said, it gets the job done for me, and I do have big plans for this. I will be upgrading you guys, or updating you guys with the progress on this thing as well. I do have camber bolts that I need to install in the front just to kind of like fix the alignment because it pulls a little bit to the right. Reason being because these are body on frame, or unibody, I'm sorry, designs. They kind of sit weird when you start lifting them. The wheels start going a little weird, a little crazy, a little weird. You can't really line them as easy. Camber bolts should help that, but I'll keep you guys updated with that. I do have an awning for this side. It's gonna go like right here somewhere, maybe on the other side, depending on how or what I want to move. But an awning for when you're out there hanging out, you get to just pull it out, have some shade, hang out, cook, just be under, like, not be under the sun the whole time. I'll be doing an install video of that as well. Not that it's something super hard, but it's kind of like, I'm a person that's a visual learner, so maybe the video will help somebody else learn or be able to do a install for that a little easier. But like I said, stay tuned for this car as well. It's like project car number 2, and then I do have another project car and then 2 more projects after that, so stay tuned for those. An update on the Subaru, I do have a person that's interested in buying it. They were supposed to come look at it today at 4, but they haven't texted me anymore. It is a weekend though, so most banks are closed, but I'll be letting you guys know what happens with that on the next video, whether I sell it, whether I'm gonna keep it still. That'll all be on the next video with the reveal of the third car, the third project. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, watching the channel. Please subscribe, please share it if you guys would like. It's just the beginning of the channel. I know a lot of the things seem kind of rushed, kind of like not done properly, but this is my first YouTube channel. It's my second video that I've ever made, second video that I'm going to edit myself. I do get nervous in front of the camera still, I'm going to admit that. So I kind of ramble, or I kind of like say a lot. I'm working on saying no more ums, but for now it's kind of how it is. But I will be trying my best to make better quality videos for you guys. I don't have the mic for this yet, and I don't have a tripod. I'm kind of using just a little suction cup stand that I have for it for some reason. But I'll be getting a tripod, I'll be getting a mic, and then these videos should improve in quality and sound. I will keep messing with the editing just to be able to have better quality videos for you guys, better edits, better just all around content. But like I said, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't seen the first video, go ahead and watch that. It's another walk around of my 2017 Subaru WRX. My Instagram is on the channel, but I'll be posting in the description as well. I'm pretty active on there, so you can go check the pictures out. I post random videos. I'm pretty active on the stories as well. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please share, subscribe, and have a great day. As I was driving home, I remembered what else I was going to do to the Pathfinder. I'm going to do bumpers, like I said, in the back, but I'm also going to do a bumper in the front. I'm going to add a winch as well. You know, recovery is really important, especially when you're going off-roading, especially if you're by yourself. You don't want to get stuck out there and not really have an option or a choice, because the last thing you want to do is have to walk hours for help. A lot of the times when you go off-roading, there's no signal, so it's always better to be prepared. But yeah, I'm going to be doing front bumpers as well, not just the rear ones. I'm planning on getting tube bumpers for both front and back. They're most likely going to be custom, just because, like I said, there's very little to no aftermarket support on these cars, which is not a terrible thing. You get to kind of like do things yourself. If you're not a very hands-on person, that would kind of suck, I guess. But for me, I like to tinker with things, mess with things. And the community of Pathfinder owners is pretty cool. It's kind of like the Subaru one, just obviously with like different types of cars. I've made some really good friends because of the Pathfinder. That's actually the reason why I drove out to Montana for 16 hours. I had never left California. Met one of my buddies on Instagram. We talked. He helped me with the parts numbers for the lift and everything. And we just kind of randomly threw together like a date and like a meetup between him, me, and 2 other friends. And we drove out all the way to Montana. I drove the farthest, 16 hours from California, Southern California too at that. So like literally went from the very bottom of the country to the very top of the country. One of our other friends drove from Idaho, and then the other one drove from, where was it? Oh, Washington. So it was pretty cool to see how this car brought us all together. Like I said, it's a great car. I love it so much. It's super fun to drive. Not the fastest car in the world, but like you don't really get an SUV to go fast, so it doesn't really matter. But like I said, very underrated SUV. I love this thing, and like I said, the community is great. If you guys have a Pathfinder, have any questions about it, whether it be the lift, the tires, how I got the tires to fit, they're 33-inch tires. BF Goodrich, no, not BF Goodrich, Goodyear, I'm sorry, Goodyear. I had BF Goodrich when I got them, but they're Goodyear tires. They're great. You know, if you have any questions, go ahead and you can DM me on Instagram, or you just write a comment on the video. But yeah, like I said, super great community to be part of. If you're looking to get an SUV without having to spend like $4,000 or $5,000 on a 4Runner or anything else like that, a Jeep, you want something that's like kind of like low budget but it'll still get the job done, I highly recommend Nissan Pathfinders, whether it be the older generation, the WD-21 to the R50 or the R51. Great cars. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. You can hit me up on Instagram or on the video itself. Just go ahead and comment down below. But yeah, thanks for watching.